guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing a review for Runaways. So let's start talking about this episode. So this episode has to do a bit more about the parent-child relationship and less about the team relationship. Even though you get a few dynamics in this episode between the team, it's definitely more about the parents. And usually I'm not as big of a fan of the parents episode, but this was really good. It intensifies the main plot and the reasoning of why these parents are evil and why the kids will run away. I really feel like up to this point, you really feel the kids are going to pack up their bags and just go. So, you know, the characters that really get to shine here are the Yorks and the Steins. So let's start talking about the Steins first, because James Masters in his character in the last episode almost died, and Jonah gives him the serum and makes him live again. And you see that he's a changed person. He wants to be better to his kid. You get to see some flashbacks of how badly he treats Chase, even though he didn't start out that way. And, you know, he's happy to have a kid. But in this episode, as the medicine is starting to seep through more, he kind of flips the script, and he is in his lab as Chase is working on the gauntlets, and he shoots Chase through the glass, and it looks like he's ready to kill Chase, and it's Chase's mom who kills James Masters' character, and I was like, whoa, because it's so interesting, because those were the characters. You had the mother of Chase and I would say Nico's dad in the Yorks, where you're like, oh, they're not that evil. They're just kind of in this circumstance, and that's why they're part of the pride. But damn, in this episode, the Yorks and Stein's, Chase's mom become evil. They cross that line, and you see why the kids are going to want to run away from them. And that goes into the Yorks' storyline, where, you know, at first it's this fun, kind of like trippy storyline that Gert's father has the medicine drop on his arm. He's going, you know, trippy, and you see a little dose and foreshadowing of what's going to happen to Chase's father. But then we get to see the whole storyline of Molly figuring out, unravel, and of course it's a pride, so they're going to send Molly away. It's better than whatever they were going to do before. I think it was in episode 3 that they're going to have the serum put into Molly, and she would, you know, her brain would be all mixed up. So this is a better scenario in their mind. But of course, you know, Molly and Gert, and I think this is Molly's best performance here. The actress who plays Molly, definitely her best performance, where you get to see the sisters like, no, we're not going to let each other go. When you see the Yorks, they cross that line. They want to let Molly go, and you see this this change in expression, especially from Gert's father, where again, they're kind of like these trippy, kind of hippie characters in the beginning, but now you're seeing them as the evil parents, and I love how they were developing this season, but especially this episode. And then you get some other realizations between Carolina's father and her mother, where Frank is just like, yeah, I have the power, and we all know that's not going to last long, but what is Jonah's idea? Why is he giving Frank this ability, and what's his overall plan? That's another kind of mystery that should be unraveling. I'm trying to think of the other parents. You also have Nico's father who's like in this dream world thinking that he's going to end up with Chase's mom, but it is Carolina's mom saying, all right, well, we got to make the group all together again. Let, you know, all the spouses be with your other spouse. And will that work? Probably not, with all the drama going on here. Now, going into the kids with this episode, Molly, like I said, I think had a really strong episode, and probably her strongest arc yet. Carolina didn't have much in this episode. I'm guessing because next episode, or also because of the last episode, we did get a lot of her, so I understand why she kind of was on the bench here, but definitely the best moment is between her and Molly. I love it's Carolina that goes to Molly's side saying, hey, you didn't screw up. We're family here. We're friends. Don't worry. You know, we kind of say stupid things to each other, but we got each other's back. And I think that's very much straight from the comics. I feel like if Molly did have a moment like that, it would be Carolina that goes to Molly's side. So I like that scene. Even though it was small, I did enjoy that. And again, the Gert and Molly connection was well here too. And then another interesting connection, I guess the last one to really talk about, is Alex and Nico. So, of course, you know, they've been having kind of a fling, but that fling really fizzles quickly once Nico keeps bringing up, how did you know the password? How do you know the password to my mom's office? And it actually brings up a small comic panel I always remember of them going into like a Pride office of some sort, and the password was password, and I think it was Carolina who makes the line where she's like, well, yeah, my parents never can remember passwords, so they always just make it passwords. Like, how are they evil? So it's nice that there's such a throwaway line actually becomes a big plot here in the main TV show, where Nico's like, it's not password. What's going on? How do you know? And it intensifies some plots that happen in the comics that maybe they're playing out in the show already. So overall, a really well done plot-driven episode, even character-driven episode too. Not so much for the team, but again, for the parent-kid dynamic and really the pride dynamic here. So I really feel like after this episode, the kids are going to be gearing up to make their decision to run away. I do believe in the last episode that is when they're going to run away, because I think the episode's called Hostile, so they probably will find a hostile by that episode. Maybe episode 9 they'll end up running away. So either way, next episode, they're going to be discussing it, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think? Of course, next week I'll have another Runaways review. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.